We're going to talk next about Tesco, which, as Chris mentioned, is the UK's largest market player with a market share of around 25%. It's had a bit of a spotty track record, though, having been established in 1919 by Jack Cohen. Market capitalization, if you convert for dollars, just for comparative purposes, is only $19.43 billion. Price to earnings ratio is high. I think forward it's about 27 or something, but historic it could be as high as 40 or 80 or 60 or something, depending on what you measure. Dividend yield, I'm seeing a dividend yield there. It says 1.64 on your screen. What do I have here? I've got a 0 dividend yield in my own notes, but I don't know, Chris. Any event, what do you think about Tesco?
Yeah, look, the dividend is improving, but they had a bit of a speed wobble a couple of years ago when they were investigated by the Serious Fraud Office in the UK.
For what? What happened?
Well, basically the way they were buying, it's called confidential rebates. Okay, and the same thing happens in this country. You know, you buy and then the retailer gives you rebates based on the volume.
Like if you buy stuff from someone who makes groceries.
Absolutely. So in many instances, the price that they sell isn't necessarily a profit-making price, and they make the profit in terms of the achterskot, as they call it here, aftershot, the confidential rebate that comes in somewhat later. And there looked like there was being a bit of a schmockle going on there.
In terms of the timing and the reporting of profits and what have you.
Yes. So I think they got a big fine there, and they're clawing their way back to respectability.
But, I mean, there's a lot of talk in the UK market about the German discount retailers like Lidl and Aldi, but they've only got like 5-6% market share. Tesco's still the largest. Their stores are fabulous. They've got lots of them. So clearly what people are doing is buying the recovery here. So people are saying, look, Tesco, let's look at the share chart, which I think we'll see. Which one is this? This is the US listed TSCDF. You can see that has come down. Is it ready to move higher, do you think?
Not so sure about that, Paul. You mentioned Lidl and Aldi, and I've been into both of them on many occasions, and it's a phenomenal operation. And their market share is a bit higher than that. It's about more like 7-8%, and it's growing very rapidly. And they're opening hundreds of stores a year. Now, the thing is this, once you get over the stigma of going into one of these stores, because it's highly stigmatic for your...
You mean one of the discounter stores?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, because they're not, they don't look awfully nice. But once you get in, you think,
what, do you have to like break the stuff out of the boxes yourselves, like the big cartons?
Not quite. But you know, you're not going to have people packing for you. And until fairly recently, they didn't even accept credit cards and stuff. But they've relented now. So you know, you go along there, and it's not like the checkouts you have here. No, they go rapidly, very, very rapidly, and you're supposed to pack it and get out and get going quickly because there's more people coming behind. And when the manager isn't busy, he's expected to go and pack the shelves. So, and they pay them well, but their margins are actually very, very high. So this is a phenomenal operation, both Aldi and Lidl, and they're really killing the likes of Tesco and Asda and the rest.
But if what we were saying about Walmart must be true of Tesco as well, is that there's still going to be a big retail mass consumer that isn't going to buy online and is going to still go down to the mall and so on and so forth.
And they've been very clever. You know, they've got things like Tesco Express, you know, where you don't need to have a big box. You've got it on the corner. And they do very well as well.
And that's something I picked up, is that they've got the sort of Tesco value lines, and then they've got Tesco's finest lines. So they've successfully kind of convinced customers that you'll both get the cheapest priced item as well as the sort of premium items in the same store.
In fact, that's a feature of the UK. Typically, you go into a UK supermarket, you will find 6 or 7 generic products, house brands, own brands, call them what you like. Whereas here you might get one. And there you'll find the differential in prices is huge. It's 50-60% sometimes. So Asda, Tesco, all the same, and upwards of 50% of the products on the shelves will be own brands.
Yeah, which is a strength.
But Tesco's done particularly well in that regard, and they've got a loyalty program.
But you're worried that there could still be market competitive pressures, and not only from those Germans, but also from Waitrose and from Morrison's and all the other sort of competitors in that market.
I'm less concerned about the competition from them, but mainly from the German discounters.
Okay, but hot or not?
No, I'm not hot on this one.
Wait and see. Okay, I'm going to follow you because you know a lot more about these stores than I do, having visited a few of them, so we're going to go not hot on that. Right.